Hi everyone, this is Shresht from the Fundays Liga Quiz League, and we are here to welcome you to a new Mimir League format, Flames, which is going to be the world's first visuals-based Mimir League, and we hope all of you enjoy it. But many of you were curious, what does it mean to be a visuals-based Mimir League? Well, that's why we are here today, to show a demonstration friendly on how this will work, how the game will look. And we have four very able participants today: Venkatesh Srinivasan from Bangalore, Piyush Kedia from Calcutta, Matthew Marcus from an undisclosed location, but the background makes it seem like must be somewhere in California, and Jayanthi Martins as well, joining us from the US. A little bit about the league. It starts April 11th, and it's for 6 weeks. Same format, 64 questions, 16 quads. But what does FLAMES mean? And that's going to be the sort of the differentiator. FLAME stands for food, fashion, film, literature, art, music, entertainment, and sports. So it will be a balanced quiz based on all these topics which I've amalgamated. And even if you are not too familiar with the arts or literature and so on, don't fret, because this league is meant to just show a general quiz, general answers, history, geography, and so on, but through the lens of media and so on. So you don't need to be a culture vulture to do really well. So that's the sort of idea behind the league, and we hope all of you have fun. Thanks once again, Venky, Piyush, Matthew, and Jayanthi for joining. On this YouTube video, at the bottom of the video description, you will find the sign up link, and we hope to see more and more of you there. So without any much further ado, I'm going to be inviting Vikas, our host for the quiz today, to take over proceedings.
Hey everyone, thanks Shreesh for the lovely introduction. And I'm here to now host the quiz and get into the business side of things and show you all how the quiz itself is going to look. We are going to be using the plugin as always, but there are going to be some changes, as you will see, to the plugin to ensure the visual element is part of this. For today's quiz, Jayanthi is in seat 1, Piyush is in seat 2, Venky in seat 3, and Matthew in seat 4. Usual rules apply, nothing new. But given that there is one added element, which is visual element, we'll give you about 5 seconds more to answer on the pass, right? Answer on the directs. The pass remains as is. So just that one change in terms of time, given the questions have 2 elements to look at. But apart from that, everything remains old school as we have been doing for the last year or more. And so, yeah, all of you are ready. Let's get started with the quiz. Okay, great. Awesome. Here we go. Question number 1 is coming up. Jayanthi, you are in seat 1, so this will be to you. Here's the first question of the Flames Friendly. Got Milk was a series of TV and print advertisements to promote milk consumption. The first TV ad featured a history buff, unable to answer a radio question as his teeth were stuck with peanut butter and he had no milk to wash it down. If the question was, who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel, what answer would have won him $10,000?
Do I wait? Is there another picture or something you got to show? You want me to just answer?
So not every question will have an image. So if there is no image in the question, it's a text question.
Okay, is it Burr?
It's the right answer. Straight on points. This is Aaron Burr that we're looking for, and that Jayanthi on points straight away. All right. Here comes the second question. And this one does have an image. So this is how it's going to look. Which American rock band, most active in the 60s, released this album with the image of a VU meter or standard volume indicator, a device that displays the signal level in audio equipment? Even with the band name removed from the image, one can figure the band out.
Not everyone, obviously, but hold on. I can get it passed.
All right, passes to Piyush.
Velvet Underground?
Perfect answer. This is Velvet Underground, as in VU. So lovely, good answer there.
VU meter. Okay.
Indeed. So Piyush is now on points with that question. All right, Piyush, now your directs coming up. Here we go, the first of them. In this Sir John Gilbert masterwork from 1849, the key to the figures depicted is as follows. Foreground is a comic and tragic middle register. Middle register is comic, tragic, historic, and uppermost register is farcical and supernatural. So, what is the title of this painting?
Something like plays of Shakespeare.
That's good enough. This is exactly the plays of Shakespeare. So, the plays of William Shakespeare being the full title. So, Piyush, lovely. Quick work out there, quick look at the image, and straight at the answer. Second one, here we go. Typically used for cleaning impervious surfaces and food stains. What were originally made from the members of the phylum, whose name appropriately translates to poor bearer? Competitors of the Olympic Games bathed themselves with these multicellular organisms soaked in olive oil or perfume before competing.
Sponges.
Perfect answer again. This is sponges indeed. Well done. Lovely 2 on 2. And now, Venky, we come to you. Here's the first of them. Which 2012 buddy cop action comedy film follows police officer Schmidt and Yenko, played by Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, who are forced to relieve high school while undercover as high schoolers trying to prevent the outbreak of a new synthetic drug? Adapted from a 1988 to 91 TV series of the same name, an aptly titled sequel came out in 2014.
21 Jump Street.
Lovely. It is 21 Jump Street indeed. That would be points for you too. The next question. Inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in 2050, the Arda is performed with 2 rows of men opposite each other, each of whom may or may not be wielding a sword. Originally performed by males of the Arabian Peninsula before going to war, it is de rigueur at weddings, national and cultural events today. Question is, who was famously seen performing this traditional male-only sword dance before a state dinner in Riyadh in 2017? See a lovely image there as well of the Arda.
I don't know. I'll say Mohammed bin Salman.
Not Mohammed bin Salman. So, Matthew passes. Okay. Jayanthi?
I'm gonna pass.
All right. And Piyush?
I'll take a guess. Narendra Modi.
Narendra Modi. Wow. Okay. Not the answer.
Is it like Angela Merkel?
See that video though. But
Is it
the
a lady
answer-
given
Is it
the
Angela
clue in the
Merkel?
question?
sorry,
Is it a lady? Yeah, that's
it is a man actually. So it's a male-only dance. Arita.
Okay.
What we're looking for is Donald Trump. Donald Trump
Oh,
dance.
yeah.
Speaking of that, yeah.
Well, you're on the right track though, Piyush. Yeah.
So yeah, Piyush is definitely on the right track in terms of politician and so on and so forth, leader of the state. Okay, Matthew, your questions in round 1. Here we go. Which child actress played a cameo in Friends' final season as a child who befriends Joey from the house that Monica and Chandler were checking out? The youngest nominee in Screen Actors Guild history, the age of 7 for Aunt Sam. She also featured in Uptown Girls and Cat in the Hat.
Ooh. I don't recognize her really. I'm sure she's someone very famous now. I don't know. I'll pass.
Okay, Matthew will pass, and Jayanthi, you have a shot.
Fanning?
That is absolutely correct. This is Dakota Fanning that we were looking for. It was also in Ocean's 8 recently. So yeah, not that recently still. All right, Matthew, your next question. Here we go. Which music band shares its name with an animal popular in the Caucasus with the scientific name Canis lupus campestris, a 1927 novel from a German-Swiss writer, and a DC Comics supervillain who appeared in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice?
Oh. Steppenwolf.
Lovely. On points, Steppenwolf is indeed the right answer. Okay, that's the end of the first round. So I hope all of you have understood the flow of how this goes. So some questions will have text only, some questions will have images to work out. That's how we're going to play this. All right, Jayanthi, round 2. Here we go with you. What type of subcontinental bread derives its name from being used as a cloth to wipe the grease of the hands at the end of a rich meal, a custom popularized since Mughal times? It is usually made with a combination of whole wheat atta flour and white wheaten maida flour and cooked on the convex side of a kadai.
Rumali roti.
That is absolutely right. This is Rumali roti. Okay, next one, Jayanthi. Here we go. In England's T20 Blast cricket tournament, what appropriate 7-letter plural word follows Nottinghamshire in the name of the team? It's named as a nod of the hat to a famous person that legend says lived in Nottinghamshire.
The sheriffs?
Not the Sheriffs. Venky?
Nottinghamshire is,
I will need to prod you for an answer.
Outlaws.
Is perfect. This is Nottinghamshire Outlaws. Well worked out. Robin Hood being the reference, and the green was meant to help you get there. As
Okay,
well.
I thought of the sheriff of Nottingham, and that's why I went for the sheriff. But yeah, that was
Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough. Good enough guess.
Yeah.
Fortunately, not exactly what I was looking for. So, Piyush, here we go with yours. Al Jazeera is a state-owned public broadcaster of which Middle Eastern country? The colors of the country's map, the contours rather of the country's map, make up the Al Jazeera logo. Under the patent holding law, the government provides funding, but Al Jazeera gets to maintain editorial independence.
Qatar.
That is correct. That is Qatar indeed. And we will straight away jump into the next one, Piyush. Here it is. The art of haiku poetry incorporates imagery associated with spring to evoke a deeper emotion. Which Japanese haiku master, whose journey on foot through Edo, Japan, inspired the title of a Man Booker-winning 2013 work, uses this technique in the following example from the Spring Haze? The Spring Haze is sent already in the air, the moon and Ume.
Yamashiro.
Yamashio is your answer, not quite. Matthew?
Basho?
That is right. This is Matsuo Basho, and the reference being, Matthew? If you know. What?
I'm trying to work out the name of the book, but I haven't got it now.
All right, so we're looking for the narrow road to the deep north.
No, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
But Basho is all we needed to get you the point, so you have that. Venky, your questions, here we go. Although now used synonymously with denim, this material of Indian origin gained popularity in the West thanks to Kipling's writings. Etymologists believe it is named after a dockside village near Mumbai. In American English, the term is used for work trousers made from such fabric, and in British English for bib overalls in various fabrics. What fabric or material that you can also see someone wearing in these images?
Dungaree.
Perfect. Dungaree is exactly what we were looking for, which some people believe comes from the village of Dongri in Bombay, as in Dongri to Dubai of our D Company fame fellow. All right, question number 2, Venky, here we go. Which English rock band's album cover was elevated to an iconic status after the death of its lead singer Ian Curtis, leading to eventual formation of the band called New Order? The image represents the radio emissions given out by a pulsar.
This is, let's look at this. Joy Division.
That is right. This is Joy Division indeed. Well done. Has this gone on to become a really iconic image that you can see on the streets of Bangalore. If you're walking, you'll see people wearing shirts with Joy Division's pulsar on it. The album is called Unknown Pleasures. All right. Matthew, your questions. Here we go. When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed and the great star early drooped in the western sky in the night, I moaned and yet shall moan with ever returning spring. Walt Whitman's When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed uses springtime as a backdrop to an elegy to whom or what, much like he uses the ship in his more famous poem, O Captain, My Captain. The poet eventually declares that he shall mourn with ever returning spring. So what I need you to tell me is, who is this an elegy to, or what is this an elegy to?
Abraham Lincoln.
That is indeed the right answer. This is Abraham Lincoln, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln and the mourning that came with it. That's what we're looking for. All right, Matthew, your next question in round 2. Here we go. So look carefully at the logo, use your knowledge of British history and tell us what is the alliterative name of the county team you see here that plays in England's T20 Blast competition.
The Lancashire Lightning.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. It is indeed the Lancashire Lightning. Well done, Matthew. And with that, we've come to the end of the
go to
round.
the red card if he didn't get
I
that.
know, well, I knew it was the Red Rose of Lancashire, but I didn't know the name of the team, so I had to look at the image.
Okay, great. So at the end of 2 rounds, matters are very tight in terms of the scoreboard. Piyush, Venky, and Matthew all on 4 each, and Jayanthi on 3 at this point in time. And let's get started with the second quarter of the quiz with Jayanthi, your questions. Here we go. Built in 1950 as a show of reverence after the country managed to avoid the destruction and carnage of World War II, this statue of Christ the King in the sub-city of Almada overlooks which big city, home to the 25 de Abril Bridge?
Lisbon.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Lisbon?
Is the right answer. Lisbon is exactly what we're looking for. The famous bridge of Lisbon, which looks like SF, but it's not. But Lisbon is the answer that we needed. And I know for a fact Jayanthi was in Lisbon very recently, so good refresher for you, Jayanthi.
Maybe that helps just a little bit.
All right, next question coming up. Here we go. Which European TV channel owned by Vivendi also has been the chief producer of hit movies like the 2011 movie Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and the 2001 David Lynch movie Mulholland Drive?
Studio Canal?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Studio Canal?
That's good enough. Canal is all what you did. It's Canal Plus. Yeah, Canal is good enough. That's a good answer. All right, Piyush, moving to your questions in round 3. This English model, the daughter of a prominent figure in rock, collaborated with Hudson Jeans in 2011 to design a 20-piece collection. Safe to say, her moves in the catwalk has impressed globally, just like her father's dance moves. Who?
Mick Jagger.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Mick Jagger.
I'm going to prompt you. I'm looking for the model's name, which is definitely not Mick Jagger.
Okay. I don't know. Emily Jagger.
I was going to give you the points anyway, Piyush, because Jagger is her surname.
Jagger's all you need.
But I was just looking for a different answer from you. Her name is Georgia May Jagger, of course, the daughter of Mick Jagger. That part out there. Georgia May Jagger is her name. All right, here comes the next one. The Polish School of Poster Art, founded in 1952 with the Warsaw Academy of Fine Arts, freed artists from commercial pressures to explore metaphorical and conceptual ideas. The question is, the US poster of this movie plays up the film's ties to the 1966 Broadway show with a title design calling to mind classic stage decor. By contrast, the Polish poster, which you can see here, designed by Victor Gorka, is a brilliantly surreal send-up to the film's historical setting and themes. Which film is this that still holds the record for the most Oscars won without winning Best Picture? Slightly longish question, so I'm going to give you a bit more freedom with the time, 15 more seconds. 5 seconds, Piyush. Have an answer.
I'll go with Amadeus.
Medius is not the answer I'm looking for. Venky?
I'll pass.
Matthew?
Cabaret.
Cabaret is indeed what you were looking for. Well done. Cabaret is the right answer. Good answer there, Matthew. Good steal for you. Venky, we come to you now. Round 3, your questions. Noren are traditional Japanese fabric dividers hung between rooms on walls, in doorways, or in windows. They usually have one or more vertical slits cut from the bottom to nearly the top of the fabric, allowing for easier passage of viewing. During the Edo period, Noren at sushi shops were said to signify how good their sushi was. Why was the Noren the signifier of status? You can kind of explain the answer to me if you will.
I don't know, maybe instead of having like a like a full blind, having a Noren there would allow customers to see in and see the quality of the sushi as it was being made or cooked or whatever.
Not what I'm looking for. Jayanthi?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Matthew?
I will pass.
All right, Piyush.
I'll pass as well.
Okay, does anyone want to care to venture a non-comp?
So like the better your sushi is, the more its smell goes out into the audience.
The more?
Its smell goes out to the audience through the slits.
Okay, not exactly what I'm looking for, but
I
yes.
hope there's no smell in the sushi.
So essentially sushi stalls back in the day were sort of street side stalls, and you know, people were used to go there as quick eat. So sushis were quick eats, right? So what would happen is that because there was a lack of tablecloth back in the day, and this was basically used as a tablecloth. So essentially, dirtier the Noren was, the better the sushi restaurant, because more and more people.
More people would have been eating.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. So more people would have been eating. So
That's
Noren
tough.
signified the dirtiness of the Noren, essentially signified how good the sushi there was. All right, Venky, second question. Here we go. The Raymond James Stadium features an iconic 100-foot-long pirate ship that fires confetti and makes cannon noises each time the local team scores a point in NFL. Which city with a long pirate history hosts their NFL team here?
Tampa Bay.
Could you repeat that?
Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Absolutely right. This is Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tampa in Florida being the city. So Tampa was good enough, but you gave me the entire team name either way, and we'll get a point. The scoreboard is looking very beautiful at this point in time, but Matthew has a chance to upset that a little bit. Matthew, here's your turn. Wayang Wong, also known as Wayang Orang, is a type of classical Javanese and Balinese dance drama with themes taken from the Ramayana or Mahabharata. If the word Wong or Orang means human, just tell us what the word Wayang translates to in English.
Demon.
Not demon. Jayanthi?
The puppet?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Puppet?
Puppet, not the answer. Venky? I'll need an answer from you, Venky.
Pass. Interesting.
Okay, Piyush.
Mask.
Not mask either. So essentially all the different elements in the image got taken up. But an element that you might not have seen in the image is what the answer is, which is shadow. Shadow is what we were looking for, hence why.
Because it is shadow puppetry. Why uncle it?
Yeah. Sorry?
Isn't it a shadow puppet though?
Bayang means shadow, so Bayang Kulit would be shadow puppetry. So please.
Okay, all right. That's what I was going for, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. Second question, Matthew. Got milk parodies abound. In 2004, David Rosen produced white t-shirts that asked whether one had finally got what as a political statement in reaction to the Iraq war.
WMD.
Yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction. Yeah.
Sorry, could you say that again? Was it an answer?
Weapons of WMD or weapons of mass destruction.
Not the answer.
Oh, oh, it's not WMDs, is it? Okay. Say Saddam in that case.
Not Saddam. Jayanthi.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Quick, smart pass there, Piyush.
I'm
What
not
would
having
you
a
do?
good day on the BAs, but I'll still take a guess. Is it oil?
Not oil either. So I guess Matthew did allow us to keep that scoreboard beautiful. But the answer I was looking for is democracy. This is democracy.
Oh, I was very sure it was WMD.
Parity.
So when
I'm sure I've
Matthew
seen
said
it.
it, I was, yeah.
So democracy. Yeah. All right. Jayanthi, now we're back over to you for round 4 with everything pretty tight on the score sheet. All right, here we go. Posted in Tate Britain, Ellen Terry as Blank Blank by John Singer Sargent depicts actress Ellen Terry in a famous performance as which character, who names a psychological condition wherein physical cleanliness can be a substitute for moral purity. The painting depicts Terry standing erect, white-faced, holding King Dunted's crown above her head.
Lady Macbeth.
Perfect. Lady Macbeth, indeed. Next question. Which 2013 buddy cop action comedy film follows FBI agent Sarah Ashburn and Boston detective Shannon Mullins, played by Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, as they try to take down a mobster in the city? The film's success followed another female-led action film called Bridesmaids by the same director, Paul Feig.
Oh gosh. I can picture the poster for this, but I can't remember it. I can't get it. Pass.
Okay, Venky,
Pass, can't remember. I pass.
Matthew,
It's not coming. Purse.
deep in thought, passes. Piyush,
It was called Heat.
sorry, what was your answer again?
Heat.
That is good enough. It's the heat, but it's good enough. Good
Nice.
enough. The operative word being there. This is the heat by Sandra Bullock. All right, Piyush, now your questions. Which comedian and actor joined Robin Williams to play a cameo on Friends in season 3 as a duo who requests the group to make room on the Central Park sofa and discuss how one was cheating on the other's partner? A frequent host on SNL, he played Harry on When Harry Met Sally.
I don't know. I'll just guess Judd Apatow.
Not Apatow. Venky,
Pass.
Matthew,
Billy Crystal.
indeed. Billy Crystal is who I was looking for. Billy Crystal, perfect answer there. Get you a quick point. Piyush, second one. Which English rock band's cover art of the album The Second Law was taken from the Human Connectome Project, representing a map of human brains pathways? Song such as Unsustainable itself is based on the scientific concept of entropy, as is the album title. Ten more seconds, Piyush.
I don't know. Coldplay.
Not Coldplay. Venky,
Pass.
Jayanthi,
I'm gonna pass.
okay, and Matthew.
Muse.
One more point to you, Matthew. It is Muse indeed. Second Law by
wasn't-
Muse.
Sorry
Oh.
about that.
Looking forward. It's
Great
a
answer.
very, very science-oriented album, this one.
Saw that the title had to be short, so it gave me
Yeah.
confidence.
Very nice. Very
Lovely.
nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well
Yeah.
worked out, well worked out. We can see how visually quizzes are going to go, and some people can take some notes as we're watching this friendly. Okay, Venky, your next question. Here we go. Sorry, your first question rather in this round. Annie Leibovitz was behind the camera for over 180 Got Milk ads. Her partner Susan Sontag eagerly accompanied her to a shoot, featuring which character for an ad that claimed milk isn't just for tadpoles.
Kermit the Frog.
Indeed, Kermit the Frog. Well done, 1 point. Make your second one. The Bride of the Wind or The Tempest shows which artist and Alma Mahler resting together in a huge cockle shell in the midst of a raging sea. In 1912, he first met Alma Mahler, the recently widowed wife of composer Gustav Mahler, but the couple's breakup in 1914 made his expressive brushwork grow more turbulent. This Austrian signed his works with the initial OK.
Stream. It's probably wrong, but I'm going to try Gustav Klimt.
Not Klimt. Martin, Jayanthi?
Pass.
Passes. Matthew.
Oscar Kokoschka.
That is right. Oscar Kokoschka, indeed. Well done. Okay, as an Oscar Kokoschka. Good points there from Matthew in this round, and he's taken a slight lead with his directs yet to come. Here they go. This English model, the face of the heroin chic style of the 1990s, turned fashion designer for the brand Topshop in 2007, with whom she designed over 14 collections. She was also seen in music videos such as Elton John, Something But the Way You Look Tonight. Ooh.
Kate Moss.
Perfect. Kate Moss, indeed. All right, Matthew, your second one. The US poster of this movie plays up the involvement of the famed director with an enticing quote. It could be the most terrifying motion picture I've ever made. Whilst the director's stereotypical blonde fills up the middle section with the screams and the ominous shadow cutting across her face. But Roman Shishlavich's Polish poster is unnerving and surreal, with a skull adorned by the Polish sword for the central protagonist. Which 1963 film is this?
The Birds.
Absolutely right. You just needed to see those wings before confirming the answer. The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. Indeed. That brings us to the halfway mark of the quiz. And Matthew has cut away from the pack a little bit and gone into the first spot on 10, but everyone else remains locked on 6 as of now. Okay, let's get a move on to the second half. Jayanthi, here we go. What fabric is the subject of Sarah Fee's book, Clothes That Changed the World? First exported by Vasco da Gama by the late 1690s, it was so popular in France, as seen worn by Madame Pompadour here, that it banned it since the local mills could not produce them and its export to India was eating into their profits.
No, like brocade.
Not the brocade. Venky?
I'm going to try Calico.
Sorry, could you repeat that, Venky? My voice is... I'll prompt you on Calico.
Okay. Oh.
I'll need an answer now, Venky. Have we lost him?
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like he's frozen, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Venky's back. Venky's back. Sorry, Venky, we lost you.
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I think my... Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Do you have a prompted answer now?
All
right, I'll have to pass you there.
Calico silk.
Not quite. Piyush?
I don't have anything to add. Pass.
Matthew?
Pass.
Okay, so yeah, Venky was very close there with the answer, but what we're looking for is chins. Chins is what we were looking for.
Hey, can you just give me a second?
Okay. Okay, all right. Jayanthi, your second question in round 5. Here it is. Which band featuring Neil Young, Bruce Palmer, Dewey Martin, Stephen Stills, and Rishi Fury is not named after any animal, but after the company of the steamroller they spotted parked outside one of the band members' house?
Def Leppard?
Sorry?
Def Leppard?
Not Def Leppard. Venky? Passes Piyush?
Pass.
Okay, and Matthew?
Crazy Horse?
Not Crazy Horse, but
Is
I
it
understand
Caterpillar?
why you went for that with the Neil Young reference, but you're looking for Buffalo Springfield. Other band.
Okay.
That's what we were looking for. But yeah, Buffalo Springfield. Yeah. All right, Piyush, here goes. This statue, Cristo del Rey, was gifted by Indonesian President Suharto to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of the integration of this nation into Indonesia. Now a fully sovereign nation, in which capital city or country would you find this? We're being generous and giving you points for either of that, city or country.
East Timor?
Good enough. Is Timor, Timor-Leste, or the capital being?
Delhi.
Delhi, indeed. Well done. Not the Indian capital, Delhi, but Delhi. All right. Piyush, your second question. Initially named after Ayrton Senna, this 13,000-seater stadium was renamed after Milton Correa in 2004. Located in the city of Macapé, the stadium is colloquially nicknamed Zarao, a reference to a misconception about its halfway line. What is the reference, or rather the slight misconception?
So people think the equator is basically the halfway line of the stadium.
Absolutely right. People think that zero latitude is basically the halfway line, although it is a good 500 meters off from there. All right. Well done. 2 and 2 for you, and Venky, your turn. Here it goes. Which actor did a much-loved cameo appearance on Friends Season 10 as a male stripper hired by Rachel and Monica for Phoebe's bridal shower. Also a sought-after producer in Hollywood. His rise to fame came through the TV series Taxi from 1978 to 83.
Simply can't remember. Pass.
Okay. Jayanthi?
DeVito.
DeVito, indeed. Danny DeVito.
Danny
I was
DeVito.
looking for. Jayanthi gets steal there. Venky, here we go. Next one. In a unique situation of an animal named after a band, and not the other way around, Dicrotentipus thanatogratus is the scientific name of a fly. Which band is it named after? Knowing some Greek and Latin will definitely help you.
Grateful Dead.
Sorry?
Grateful Dead.
Do you want to explain an answer?
Thanato is death, gratis is grateful. So working out from that, Grateful Dead.
Lovely. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted you to do, and done that. Grateful Dead indeed is the right answer. Okay, Matthew, round 5, your turn. In 1996, Discovery Inc. joined hands with BBC Worldwide to set up which landmark TV channel? The National Aquarium in Baltimore has a long-lasting partnership with this channel and has an exhibit in the establishment named after it.
Oh.
Ten seconds.
National Geographic. I don't know.
Not the answer. Jayanthi,
Pass.
Venky,
Pass.
Piyush.
I'll pass as well.
Okay. Discovery is in the question. National Geographic has been answered already. The third channel we used was
Animal Planet, is it?
Animal Planet, indeed.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right.
Did
Yeah.
go for
Animal
it, wasn't
Planet.
sure.
Now that you
Yeah.
say, I remember BBC there.
Yeah.
All right. Matthew, second question. Which 2007 buddy cop action parody of buddy cop films follows two police officers, Angel and Bartman, played by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, investigating a series of mysterious and gruesome deaths in a West Country village. It is a second in Edgar Wright's three flavors cornet.
Hot Fuzz.
Absolutely right. Hot Fuzz.
Oh,
The
I
next
see the theme over here now.
after Shaun of the Dead. Lovely. Okay, round 6. Here we go, Jayanthi. Your turn. This English model was also a TV presenter for many MTV shows as well as Netflix's Next in Fashion. Born to a father of Chinese descent, she turned fashion designer for her eponymous branch launched in 2017, before which she has also designed collections for Tommy Hilfiger. Who is this?
I do not know. Wang?
Wang, not the answer. Venky?
Pass.
Piyush?
Pass.
And Matthew?
No, pass.
Okay. The answer I was looking for is Alexa Chung, but there was also an interesting.
I have heard of her, but yeah.
So I don't know if any of you noticed in the Dangari question, we also had 5 of Alexa Chung's images on it.
Oh,
It's not an Alexa Chung themed quiz at all, but it happens to be.
I was thinking Alexa Wang too, which is
Yeah, I just
Yeah, Alexa Chung or Chung. I don't know exactly how it is pronounced. Excuse me for that. So Jayanthi, second one, here we go. I watched a blank on a budding sycamore one Easter day when sap was stirring twigs to the core. So begins a memorable spring poem, I Watched a Blank by Thomas Hardy. Fill in the blanks with the title of a Beatles song from 1968, with McCartney being inspired to write it while reading a newspaper account of US race riots in mid-1968. Ten seconds, Jayanthi.
I can't get the song. I'm trying to sing it in my head. It's not coming to me. Pass.
You should have sung it for all of us, but nonetheless, Venky, here we go. Do you have an answer?
Just getting right away.
Passes?
I have a guess. I'll pass.
Okay. Piyush?
I'll pass.
Okay. Matthew?
Blackbird.
Yeah.
Blackbird.
Indeed. Blackbird it is.
I was just thinking which bird.
Yeah, seriously. Same here. Like Sparrow was stuck in my head for some reason, and I was like, it's not that.
Anyway.
Was that what you were singing at least, Jayanthi?
Yes, but don't ask me to sing again. So let's move on.
It's not a pub quiz night, so I'm not going to make you do that. But all right, Piyush, here we go with your questions. Here it is. Which form of dance drama from India consists of background music played by a group of musicians known as the Himmela and a dance and dialogue group known as the Mammela, who together enact poetic epics on stage? This is primarily performed in the areas of Dakshina Uttara Kannada, Shimoga, Chikmagalur, and Kasaragod.
Yakshagana?
Absolutely right. Yakshagana or Yakshagana. Indeed. It's essentially Yakshagana. But right. All right. Question number 2, Piyush. Here we go. What name is given to the Kent T20 team in the Blast cricket tournament? It is named in honor of the product seen on its emblem, the only British fighter planes produced continuously throughout World War II. Ten seconds.
The Hornets?
Not the Kent Hornets. Venky?
The Kent Spitfires.
Absolutely right. This is the Kent Spitfires. Exactly what I was looking for. Lovely answer there, Venky. Now you directs. Here we go. Lori Grenier, the Shark Tank US investor and multiple patent holder, is also known as a queen of which TV channel? She has earned that nickname due to her sales of upwards of $1 billion on the channel that has revolutionized televised home shopping.
God, I've listened to this so many times. I just can't remember now.
10 seconds, Venky. I'll need to prod you for an answer.
Home shopping network.
Not the answer. Jayanthi.
QVC.
Indeed. QVC is what I was looking for. QVC. Absolutely right. Lori's way of getting everyone to invest is by saying, I'll get you into QVC.
I'll get you into QVC. I'll get you into QVC.
Okay. Venky, your second question. This English model turned actress has also been a fashion designer for both DKNY and Mulberry. She played the role of the enchantress of 2016 film Suicide Squad and was lauded for her performance in the mystery thriller Paper Towns. Who is this?
This is
10 seconds.
Christy Turlington.
Not the answer. Jayanthi.
Pass.
All right, Piyush.
Cara Delevingne or Delevingne.
Good enough, good enough. Cara Delevingne is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, Matthew. Here we go. Built in 1904 as a symbol of peace to mark the resolution of the two countries' border dispute in 1902, this statue of Christ the Redeemer is located in the border between the two. One country's flag is shown in the image. Which country's flag is blanked out?
Nicaragua.
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
Is it Argentina?
Lovely. And what would the other country be then?
The Chile flag was the one that.
Perfect. Yes, this is the Chile flag, and Argentina was the border country we're looking for. The dispute of 1902 between the two of them being the reference.
Flag.
Well done.
Wrong flag.
I think you were going for Panama. Is that what you were going for?
Panama, yeah. It's got stars in the corners, but not
Close enough. Close
England.
enough. In terms of the flag. Okay, Matthew. Second one. Here we go. This painting is Edmund Landseer's only depiction of a fairy scene showing Tatiana, Queen of the Fairies, fawn over bottom after being given a love potion by Puck. It depicts a scene from the third act of which of William Shakespeare's comedies, set simultaneously in the woodland and in the realm of fairyland under the light of the moon.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Indeed, indeed. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay, Jayanthi, we're back over to you for the last quarter of the quiz with Matthew in the lead on 13. Piyush in the second spot on 10, you in the third spot on 9, and Venky in on 8. Okay, about 16 more questions to go. Let's see how it plays out. Which actress played a cameo on Friends as Rachel Sorority's sister who becomes embroiled in a debate about whether they once kissed as Rachel claimed? She is part of an infamous club of five-finger salute celebrities.
Ryder.
That is good enough. Winona Ryder is exactly who I was looking for.
Sorry, what is the five-finger salute?
What is a five fingers? Yes, what?
Arju, do you want to?
Shoplifting.
Oh.
They've been caught shoplifting. So it's called the
Yeah.
five-finger salute.
Okay, question 2, Jayanthi. What is the nickname given to this 37-foot 2-inch high left field wall at Fenway Park, often targeted by right-hand batters for a special home run? In fact, the home team of Boston Red Sox have also named their official mascot after this wall.
I don't know. Pass.
Okay. Venky.
Pass. Continue.
Okay. Piyush.
I'll also pass.
And Matthew.
I don't think I've got it. The green wall. No.
I shall prompt you.
Yeah.
The green giant.
Not quite.
It's something like that, right?
These were the two
It's
variants that I had in mind as well.
Green.
The green something.
Green monster.
Green-
Green monster.
Green monster.
Monster.
Green
Yeah.
Wally
monster.
the green
Close,
monster.
Matthew.
Being the mascot. Wally the green monster. Being the mascot. That's green monster. It was called the wall once upon a time, just the wall, just like round wall. But yeah, it's been changed to green monster. Okay, Piyush, now your turn in round 7. When they were jobless, Neil Tennant and Chris Lau would loiter around at a particular type of establishment growing up, since their friends worked there. When they started their musical group, this little story inspired their band name. So, what type of establishment did their friends work at, or what group are we talking about? Ten seconds, Piyush.
Movie theater.
Not quite. Venky.
Pass.
Jayanthi.
I'm glad I got this because I love this band, the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh,
That is nice.
Oh, nice.
right.
Well done, well done. So if you love the band, I'm assuming you knew this at the get-go.
I did. I just needed Neil Tennant and Chris Lau. I've seen them like 7 times or something. So I just absolutely love
Wow.
them.
Always lovely when that happens in a quiz, something that you love a lot and seen a lot. But yes, Pet Shop Boys is what we're looking for. They clearly loitered around at pet shops a lot. Okay, Piyush, your second question. Which 1998 buddy cop action comedy film follows mismatched police officers Lee and Carter, played by Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, who are assigned to rescue a Chinese diplomat's abducted daughter? The release of this movie led to the creation of Rotten Tomatoes, as the creator was a huge Chan fan.
Ashar?
Absolutely. Rush Hour. Okay, Venky, we come to you. Here we go. The Parliament of Fowls by Geoffrey Chaucer is in the form of a dream vision in rhyme, royal stanza, containing one of the earliest references to what originally religious, but now more or less secular association. If it helps in the dream, nature is convening a parliament at which the birds will all choose their mates, with the dream ending with a song welcoming the new spring.
Hmm.
10 seconds, Venky.
I don't know. I'll say
Can I have an
the
answer?
diet of worms.
Not quite the answer, Jayanthi.
I'm gonna pass.
Piyush,
Pass.
Matthew.
I don't know. Easter.
Not Easter. An entire thematic round in FLQL season 3 was on this. This was the Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Being religious and now being more secular. Yeah, lovely. Okay, question number 2, Venky. Although now known as Middlesex Crusaders, the English T20 team that was earlier known as Middlesex what? It was an appropriate name given the shade of the jerseys. Abhishek Bachchan used the same name for the Indian sporting franchise he co-owns due to his wife's association with a particular film.
Pink Panthers.
Well, all I needed was Panthers.
Panthers.
Panthers, but yeah, absolutely right. But the reference of Aishwarya Rai Bachchan is, of course, to Pink Panthers and the Jaipur Pink
Jaipur
Panthers.
Pink Panthers.
All right. Matthew, your questions now in round 7. In Ethiopia and Eritrea, a variety of stew salads are placed on the sour fermented flatbread for serving, as it soaks up the juices and flavors of the foods. And after the stews and salads are gone, it is also consumed. What is a simultaneously a food eating utensil and plate so integral to the region, and that when the entire tablecloth of this bread is gone, the meal is over?
Injera.
Absolutely right. Injera is exactly what I was looking for. Makes me hungry. All right, Matthew, question 2. Which Australian psychedelic music group's album cover showcases the property of vortex shedding, a reference to the themes of personal transformation in the album's songs, such as Let It Happen eventually and Cause I'm a Man?
Tame Impala.
Absolutely correct.
Yep.
Tame Impala is what I was looking for. Well done. A good answer there. That brings us to the last round. Matthew is sitting pretty at the top on 15 points, but Piyush and Jayanthi are both on 11 and tied for the second spot, and Venky is right close behind them on 9. 8 more questions to go. Jayanthi, as always, start with you. Here we go. Known for its heavily stylized performances, glamorous costumes, and elaborate kumodori makeup, which form of dance drama lends its name to the brush used to apply loose powdered makeup on large surfaces of the face?
It's kabuki.
Absolutely right. Kabuki and the kabuki brush. And the second question. The US poster of this movie bigs up the star names behind the screwball comedy, with particular attention being given to the lead actress and her bosom companions. However, Joanna Gorska from the Polish School of Poster Art provides us with a minimalist work that provides a more suggestive image. Which film that has been remade into a Rafu Chakkar in Bollywood? And I shall go down for you to look at the image a little bit more. It's a slightly big image.
Oh gosh, I know what Rafu Chakkar is about, but I don't know. I can't get it. I know what the theme is, but I can't get it. Pass.
Okay. Venky?
Pass.
Piyush?
Pass.
Matthew?
Some Like It Hot.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Like It Hot is what we were looking for. Well done. Okay, Piyush, your last set of direct questions. Here we go. Dozens of celebrities featured in the Got Milk print ads sporting milk mustaches. While the creators could not initially feature this famous entertainer and the only Black female EGOT awardee, as she was lactose intolerant, she was the first choice when they introduced lactose-free milk. Who is this? Ten seconds.
Queen Latifah.
Not Queen Latifah. Thank you.
Whoopi Goldberg.
That will bring you to 10 points, and right behind the heels of Piyush, Whoopi Goldberg is indeed the right answer. All right, next question, Piyush, and the last direct to you. What toponymous item of clothing is usually sported by horse riding jockeys? Sir Pratap Singh, the son of a Maharaja of an Indian princely state, popularized it when he visited Queen Victoria during a Diamond Jubilee celebrations of 1897 and bought his entire polo team, causing a sensation among the fashionable circles of the UK.
The Jodhpurs.
Absolutely correct. Jodhpurs is what I was looking for, and that takes you to 12 points. Tied with Jayanthi, the second spot. Venky, let's see if you can also get into the mix with the next 2 questions. Here we go. Among all statues of Jesus Christ in the world, Guido Galetti's Christ of the Abyss in Liguria is unique. However, due to nature's course, it needs special care every few years. It can be an expensive proposition. What is unique about Christ of the Abyss, whose presence has created a new ecosystem altogether?
It's built out of something from the natural world. Perhaps
I need an answer now, Venky.
perhaps leaves and trees and things like that. That's what the whole thing is built out of.
Right. Jayanthi.
Is it in the course of a river or something like that? Does it has to be rebuilt every time?
Not exactly either. Piyush.
Pass.
Matthew.
Underwater, under the sea.
Absolutely correct again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, is that it is underwater, under the sea, and
Like
hence
way
the
under, don't you? Not just
Oh.
in water.
maintenance, and also, of course, a new ecosystem being a lot of fishes and corals and whatnot.
Nice.
Okay. All right, Venky. Next question, and the last of directs to you. Here we go. The US poster of this movie deliberately evokes the Lovers on the Run B movies of the 1950s. It inspired this director. Jan Mlodoznik's Polish effort is quite different, black and white, pen shading, and a childlike illustration that seems ripped right from Spacek's lonely, detached Polly's diary. Which film that shares its name with an iconic national park in South Dakota?
Rushmore, Mount Rushmore.
Not Mount Rushmore. Piyush?
Pass.
Jayanthi?
The Badlands.
Absolutely, it is.
Terrence Malick.
Yeah.
Malik's Badlands, indeed. Well done. And takes you into the second spot. Piyush ahead of you, though, on the bonus attempt. So let's see how this plays out. Matthew, your questions. What item of fashion that originated from India can be spotted in this uniform sported by the erstwhile French Army of Africa? It reached Western fashion aesthetics courtesy the Brits, who saw it worn by sepoys serving in the British Indian Army.
The cummerbund?
Absolutely right. Again, well done. Cummerbund, which literally comes from cummerbund, as in closing your hips. So well done. All right. Last question of the quiz. Here we go, Matthew. The JP Morgan Media Center pictured here is a special box for the press at which iconic sporting venue. Believed to be the world's only single-shell aluminum building, it was completed in time for a 1999 world event it was hosting.
I don't know. Le Mans.
Not the answer, and Venky.
The Lord's Cricket Ground.
Absolutely. Didn't think this would go past you. Lord's Cricket Ground, it is. The Mecca of cricket, as they call it, is exactly what it is. Built for the 1999 Cricket World Cup final. All right, that was the end of the quiz.
Well played,
I
Matthew.
hope this was a good introduction for all of you to the Flames.
Very nice.
For a sense of how this is going to play out. Great answers all throughout the quiz. Thanks, everyone. Shresht, if you want to take over from this point.
Thank you. I'll just be a voice like Samay from top with no video. So thanks for the players to play, and those watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the set and saw how the gameplay will work, including how the images will appear and so on. As always, thank you to Harish Krishna, the person who has created the plugin, which is now used not only in FLQL, but in leagues all around the world, Harish. So thanks for that adjustment, Harish, for also allowing visuals. And the rest of you, please do sign up. The sign up link is at the bottom of the description, and you'll always find Fun Days Liga on Facebook, Fun Days Liga Quiz League discussion group, and so on. Thank you once again, guys, and enjoy the weekend. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for hosting, Vikas.
Thank you. Thank you,
Well,
Vikas.